And that's how I plan to beat Errol Spence. Do some things that he's not comfortable with. Do some things that he does not understand.
What is he not comfortable with? We've seen Earl on, every facet of the ring.
You have not seen anybody throw combinations at Errol Spence.
Okay.
You have not seen anybody go at Errol Spence's body and continue to go at him. You saw Mikey Garcia outbox Errol or box with Errol for about 2.5 rounds, 3 rounds, and then he fell off of that. I'm in shape. I swim, I run, high altitude training, ice baths, cold tubs. I do whatever it takes to be prepared to go 12 hard rounds. And that's something that Errol Spence has not done. What has anybody made? What hasn't Errol Spence been able to do? He hasn't been able to fight hard for 12 rounds. Nobody's made him fight hard for 12 rounds.
If you don't think I got a skill set with my talent, you don't thought something wrong. Quote from Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter recently stated that he feels like Errol Spence has grown to be arrogant. He feels that Errol Spence has a false sense of security. And like he just mentioned on Sway, he feels like Errol Spence, he really believes that Errol Spence won't be able to go into the deep waters with this type of attack. He has said that Errol Spence has never had adversity, and basically in a nutshell, he believes that he won't respond well to it. And he feels like he'll test him to the point to where, he'll make him shut down, and before he knows it, he'll realize that he's losing the fight. And he'll take his will away from him. Man, I don't know about that shit. But this is what Shawn Porter had to say in a recent article with SB Nation. Shawn Porter is going to lead the ring with 2 belts. He also quoted to say that he believes that Spence has never faced any real adversity in the ring. He'll take him into deep waters and test his resolve. He said he's expecting adversity for Earl, and there's going to be a moment where he realizes that he's losing the fight, like I said earlier. And he also said that he has to be solid psychologically. And he also believes he has the advantage there. And he also thinks that Earl's confidence is natural like he is, but he thinks that he is force-fed confidence at the point to where some arrogance has come out. And he thinks he's going to show that in the fight early, and he's going to have to adjust to what he's going to do in the ring against Earl. So by him saying steadfastly that he said that he's never seen Earl go through anything, and he can't handle his punch combinations. He says he's going to hit Earl, and he's going to hit him hard. He's going to hit him fast. And he also made up a little stat, letting people know that, hey, man, people talk about his accuracy and his punch output, but, Earl is top 10, yes, but I'm top 5. So I'm a very busy fighter. And that makes it for a tough fight, and that's a fact. I feel like his confidence is up there. He feels like he's got something that he can do to offset Errol Spence, but it's easier said than done when you're dealing with a fighter as systematic as Earl. See, champ, I'm with you until you start saying that, because the simple fact of the matter is Earl is a machine, man. He's a dog. I think adversity doesn't really matter to Earl. I think it's like a gift and a curse for him, because he's a lot like Marvin Hagler. He's going to chop you down and bust you down. And I think once he gets into deep waters, if he gets into deep waters, once he systematically tries to break you down, he's going to go for the kill. And if he does realize he's behind on points and losing rounds, that can make the fight more dangerous for Shawn Porter. I really believe that. Shawn Porter is going to have to get on his bicycle. If he can get Earl to start slow, and he starts early like he say he going to do, if he can bank anywhere from 6 to 7 rounds and try to stay away from Earl, maybe the judges will respect that and give him the fight. That's the way I can see Shawn coming out on top. But as far as Earl, he's not gonna stop, bro. Like, I mean, nothing you gonna throw at him is gonna make Earl stop coming at you. I've seen Earl take some good shots for a long period of time. I mean, it's not against competition like Shawn Porter, but however, that doesn't really mean that he can't take what Shawn Porter got. I mean, Shawn Porter ain't that hard of a puncher, you know what I'm saying, for one. So, I mean, if he feels that's gonna work, man, we just gonna have to see September 28th though. Peace and blessings.